guys, today I'm filming my makeup declutter for February and I have a lot of products here, which is exciting. And I am going to be showing you the chopping block products I'm going to be keeping because this is going to be the last month that I use my winter makeup products, and I'm not keeping too many things. Then I do also have some nail polishes I'm going to be decluttering, so I'll show you that last, and we will start with the chopping block things that I'm going to be keeping. First is this Milani all-inclusive face and eye palette in light to medium. And to give you my summarized thoughts, I really like the matte blush. I like the shadows. Shimmer blush is fine. I don't love these. I feel like they're too warm to go with the rest of this palette. If they were neutral, it would have been a little bit better, again, to go with these other shades and also to fit more of a light to medium skin tone. All of the matte products in here are super powdery, but they still are pigmented. They blend nicely, so I will be keeping that. I wore this the other day thinking that I would end up getting rid of it, but I'm not quite there. It is the Urban Decay Naked Cherry Palette. And part of the reason I'm not quite there is because I think I got this for 20% off, where because this has been out for a couple years, it's gone on sale half off a couple of times. So why would someone want to buy it from me when they can get it brand new 50% off? So I'm not going to get near the money that I spent on it. So that's one of the reasons I'm going to keep it for now. I love these two matte shades. I think all the shimmers in here are really nice except for this one, which is a little chunky. I also hate this shade. I think it's just such an ugly color. Like, it makes me think of like a mummy. I don't know, but good formula. The shades are pretty, so I am going to hang on to this one for now. Then I have two singles. This first one is the Hourglass Scattered Lights Eyeshadow in Smoke. It's just a really pretty taupey color, and I think that the Tarte Chrome Paint Shadow Pots are better than these because I have more base pigment. These are just a little bit more glittery. I wish I did not go crazy buying all of them, but I'm gonna keep that one. This I almost decluttered, but I really, need to go through all the shades in my collection to see if there's a super close dupe. From off the top of my head, there's not. So I will be keeping this for now. It's the KVD Metal Crush Eyeshadow in Raw Power. It's a gorgeous cranberry shimmer color. And I thought it might be similar, not to the Naked Cherry. These are too pink, but to ColourPop Wine and Only. But this is just a brighter red. This one has like a little bit more purple in it, and it's a little bit darker. So not quite the same. So I am gonna be keeping this for now, even though I didn't use it at all this year. It's such a good formula and a pretty shade. So I'm just not quite there. Then this is something I didn't even mention in my intro, but I tested this multiple times thinking I would just get rid of it, and I actually think it looks really pretty, and I'm gonna keep it. So this is the Laura Mercier Blush Color Infusion in Rosé, just a little sample shade. Super pretty color. I really like this, and I would love for Ulta or Sephora to come out with a little mini like this, or like a Sephora 100-point perk in the shade Peach, because I really want that color. So far I've only seen this in this color. I got this as an Ulta free gift, but it's so pretty. So definitely keeping that. Then we've got some lip products. So first, this lipstick, I thought I was going to declutter. It is the MAC Matte Lipstick in Myrrh. I just have other similar mauves that are a little bit lighter that I like more than this one, but I ended up wearing this lipstick with the Wine and Only palette because I couldn't really find a color that I felt worked perfectly with this. This one did. It looked so good, and it wasn't that drying or uncomfortable for being a MAC matte finish, so I will be hanging on to this for now. I also was thinking about decluttering this Buxom Full-On Plumping Lip Cream in Cur Royale because I think it's gonna be really hard for me to pan because it's very pigmented, but it's not impossible, so I really wanna do it next winter, and I think I'm gonna pair it over a nude lipstick like MAC Blankety, which will be great for me to get more use out of this. So I'm gonna show you what this gloss looks like by itself, and then over that nude Blankety lipstick. So there's by itself, there's over Blankety, and I did do 2 layers, or I should say like 2 swipes back and forth. So I definitely think it helps mute it out a little bit, and it will make it a little bit more wearable for me. So I am gonna keep it for now, hopefully pan it next year. I just can't do it. It's so hard to let go of Buxom glosses. And if that was a full size, I would let go of it. But because it's mini, I think I can get through it. So those are all the products I'm going to keep. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is pretty good. And then for things I'm getting rid of, I have 23 for this month, which I think is pretty good. So we'll go in some sort of order here, starting with eyes. And this is like a half declutter. This is the Anastasia Summer Quad from a few years ago. And I'm going to be decluttering the matte singles, but I'm going to keep the shimmers. I just don't like the tones of those, even though I really love Anastasia matte shadows. Just the undertones of those are really weird, but I think the shimmers are such pretty colors. So I'm going to be moving those to my Anastasia singles palette. Then I actually almost sold this one when I sold some other shades, and then I decided to keep it. Now I wish I sold it, but you know, I can still do that. This is the Hourglass Scattered Lights eyeshadow in Aura, the more pinky tone. I think it's very pretty, but I know I have colors similar to this in other palettes, probably specifically from Huda, because I have so many more like mauve tone palettes for her, but a really pretty product that was hard for me to let go of. I did also finally decide I am gonna get rid of these Kaja bento boxes. I just don't need them. And actually I was using them more, and I felt like maybe I do like Glowing Guava a little bit better. So again, here's the first matte, the shimmer, the dark matte, which actually does blend out nicely. I still think it's like a little red, but it does blend. And so Kaja has stacks that are now all matte, some all shimmer, and then they have some combo. So both of these are a combo. Then we've got Chocolate Dahlia, where I really loved the shimmer, but I didn't really care for these more like neutral mattes. They're just fine, so those are gonna go. Then I'm also gonna be getting rid of this Pixie Liquid Fairy Lights eyeshadow in Bare Brilliance, a really pretty taupey shade with a lot of glitter in it, but I just never use it. So I'm gonna pass it on while there's still some life in it. Then I've got some mascaras, and I just have too many, and there are others I want to try. I think I can probably even still get rid of some more. I'm just really slow at using mascaras. So we've got, all of these were freebies. So I have 2 full size, the Grande Cosmetics Grande mascara. I have a mini I'm using right now. I don't think it does anything for me. Then the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect, the green one that everybody loves. If I want to try it so bad in the future, I can buy it myself. Then we have the Bare Minerals Strength and Length mascara, MAC Magic Extension, and the Hourglass Caution Extreme Lash. I've tried the Hourglass before and it was just okay. If I use mascara up a little bit faster, I'd probably want to try some of these, but I just can't justify it anymore. Then I've got face products. They're actually all from ColourPop. The first one is a limited edition powder blush in Interstellar. It's a really pretty color, and I actually was kind of going back and forth between this one and Laura Mercier Rosé, and they're very similar, but I just feel like I would reach for the Laura Mercier a little bit more. So the ColourPop one's just like a little bit dustier, and next to it, the Laura Mercier almost looks like more of like a peachy shade or like a brighter pink. Similar enough, I would use Laura Mercier more, so I'm gonna pass this on. And then I'm gonna be getting rid of all 4 of my ColourPop quads. These are fine, I just don't need them. So I have 2 from their newer launch, Born to Blush, which has a Super Shock highlight. Then you have a bronzer, 2 blushes. Then this darker quad at First Crush, same deal. Then we've got 2 from the original launch, Sugar, Frosted, and Cookie Cluster, that both have 1 Super Shock highlight, and then 3 blushes, 1 shimmer, 2 matte, I believe. And they're just okay. I regret buying them in the first place because I just didn't need them. So all of these are gonna be going to friends. I have a particular friend in mind for the darkest one, but I still think my friends would be really excited to try those out. Then for lips, I am trying to work my way through my lip balms. I am putting 1 in all of my project pans, but I've tried some formulas that I think are just okay. First one being this Kosas Sport Lip Fuel, and this was just a little sample. It's Baseline, it's the clear one. I do not find this to be very hydrating. It almost dried my lips out a little bit, so passing that on. Then I did just get these in PR, the Ciate lip oils. So I have mango and lime and grapefruit and yuzu, and they're fine. They're not too dry, but they're not overly hydrating. The scents are nice on these. The taste is nice, but I just know it's gonna take me too long to get through. So I'm gonna give those to my friend Amanda, which she gives me so much stuff. I'm always so excited whenever she says yes to taking something. Then I'm also gonna give her something that I got in either a glossy box or a Look Fantastic box. This is the Skin Chemist Rose Quartz Youth Defense Lip Plump. I don't find it to be very plumping, and it's more of like a lip oil, which is just not my favorite. I don't love textures that are that thin, but it's not too greasy. I was just looking for a little more. And then the last lip products we have, this one, I can't remember if I mentioned last time or not, so I'm sorry if I did. Actually, I may have. I don't know. This is the Beauty Counter Color Intense Lipstick in Backstage. This is a great formula. It totally has full coverage. It has like a cream to satin finish, glossy shine. It's a really nice lipstick. I just don't love this color, but I think my mom might like it, so I'm gonna give it to her for her to try. She also really loves clean beauty, so I think that that would be a good brand for her to try. My friend Lauren does sell Beauty Counter. I will have her information down below if you want to reach out to her to purchase some things through her. Then I have some lip products that were actually hard for me to get rid of because these are great mauve staples, but I have other lip products that I would reach for over these. So namely, these are 3 liquid lipsticks, and M Cosmetics Rose Nude Infinite Lip Cloud I think is just perfection, and I would wear that one over these every time. So this one is a little bit warmer. This is the Marc Jacobs Lamarque Liquid Lip Cream in the shade Slow Burn, which is, like I said, a little bit more of like a warm mauve. This is like a ColourPop Ultra Satin Lip formula, super comfortable. Then I was so tempted to keep this because I don't have anything quite this purple, but I also don't think I necessarily need something quite this purple. It's the Kylie Velvet Lip in Boy Bye. I love her velvet formula. The matte formula is super uncomfortable. And then we have the Ofra Long Lasting Lipstick in Oh My Rai Rai. A really pretty shade, but just not that special. And I think M Cosmetics Rose Nude is a little bit more special. Oh, almost forgot my nail polish, but those are all of the makeup products that I'm going to be getting rid of. I feel really good about that. Now for the nail polishes, I am getting rid of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And basically 3 of these are like rosy neutrals, and I got 4 rosy neutrals from Kale Polish when she did the Lips and Tips collection, and you know, the original shade Zoe as well. So I don't also need them from other brands, even though some of these I even like a little bit better color wise. I just love the Kale Polish formula. It's not available anymore, so that's why I'm going to pass these on, but all of these have a good formula, and I'm just going to show them to you side by side because they're very similar. So we have Formula X Impeccable, which was so good. Then we have Butter London Mum's the Word, and OPI Barefoot in Barcelona, which has like the most tan in it. Ooh, these are so good, so pretty. And I think I'm gonna give the Butter London one to my mom, so I'll put it with a lipstick. The OPI, my sister had actually given this to me. I'm gonna give it back to her because I think this would look really good on her skin tone. And I'm not sure about this Formula X. I'll ask around because I think I already gave this to my mom. Like I bought one for her a couple years ago when it was on sale. Then I'm actually finally getting rid of this. This was my go-to nude, but it's like a little too dead looking. My skin on my hands is like a little pinker, and this is just a little gray. So this is the CoverGirl Outlast Stay Brilliant Nail Polish in Always Naked. I'm probably just going to trash that one because I've had it for such a long time. Then this is a Kale Polish shade, believe it or not. This is Mozart. It's an interesting purple color, but I just don't quite love it. other purples I prefer. Then 2 more from Butter London. This one is Yummy Mummy, which is like a warm gray, almost like a wet concrete kind of a shade, just not for me. And then I have their strengthening treatment from the Jelly Preserve line and Victoria Plum. I love the concept of this. It's to be able to let your nails breathe but have some color on them. And for me, I really, need something like that because I always have to have polish on, because if I don't for even a couple hours, my nails tend to break. But this is just too rich of a color. I feel like it looks odd with just one layer, so then I have to put multiple layers on and then it still looks odd. So I would love to have this in a nude pink, because I think that would look very natural, very pretty, and still give me that nice strengthening effect. So I am going to pass all of these on, except for that one I will probably toss, but I'm excited to give these things on to some friends and family. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.